Did you know that many of the popular paint colors that we know and love today, especially the quinacridone colors, were originally created for the automotive industry? And then the art industry was able to get their hands on those pigments and use them to create the many paint colors that we know and love today. However, when those pigments are no longer used in the automotive industry because that color isn't popular for cars anymore, then the production of those pigments goes down and eventually gets phased out completely. That leaves the art industry scrambling, trying to fill in those color gaps because they can no longer get a hold of that pigment. PO48, also known as quinacridone burnt orange, is the latest victim in this manufacturing phase out. Its sister pigment, PO49, quinacridone gold, was famously discontinued a few years ago, and that caused a ripple in the art world. The reason why I call PO48 and PO49 sister pigments is because this burnt orange color is often mixed with nickel azo yellow to create a substitution for the quinacridone gold now that it's no longer on the market. So 20 years ago, if you bought a tube of quinacridone gold paint, it was a single pigment formula. But now if you buy it, it is a two pigment formula using PY150 and PO48. It's not an exact match to the original quinacridone gold, but it is close enough that many artists still use and love it today. So now that PO48 is being taken off the market, many paints are going to have to be reformulated if they're going to be staying on the shelves. So it will be interesting to see what happens and what these companies decide to do. I do know that M-Gram is discontinuing their burnt rust color, which is their pure tube of PO48, but I haven't heard if they are going to reformulate their nickel quinacridone gold or if they're going to discontinue that color altogether. Daniel Smith's Undersea green, which is a really popular color of theirs, also uses this PO48 pigment. So it'll be interesting to see what they decide to do with that color along with their quinacridone gold and their quinacridone burnt orange. So just keep an eye on those things. If you are a fan of any of those colors, you might want to purchase an extra tube of it just in case it gets reformulated to a mix that you don't love or that color just gets discontinued altogether.